Hi, good day to you. This is Mika from the Philippines, Mika Sarel, and I will try to spit out an insight about the movie and the intelligence in the movie Donnie Darko. I will try to spell what I can see, because this movie, first of all, it's recommended for everyone to see Donnie Darko. The concepts are mind-blowing. I actually myself ordered the book, The Philosophy of Time Travel. Roberta Sparrow lived, and in the early mid years of the 20th century, and I want to read this book. But the point is that there are in this movie there are points to contemplate, many of them. But when I see movies, and this is what I trained myself to find what the movie tries to tell us. How can I take something from the movie that can be applicable for me in my life, if there is something like this at all? Now, this is something that most of humanity don't have a clue about. Parallel universe or primal universe. We need to explain that, because what is happening on this planet for many, many thousands of years is slowly creating and dancing a parallel universe or a parallel main timeline that should, as it was planned by those who conquered this place, illegally, of course, cruelty, how you say it, in a cruel way. And excuse me for the English, of course. I'm not an English speaker on origin. I'm an Hebrew speaker, so I'll try the best. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying that life on this planet was, and there were attempts, even recent attempts, successful, to live a different kind of life that we should have lived, with all benefits of technology, inner technology, outer technology. Human being lived until I would dare to say, until the mid-19th century, or even beginning of the 19th century. After this, it started to dissolve because someone dissolved it. There are so many things in this life, and a different universe or primal universe should be kind of a paradise upon earth. And we shouldn't behave like criminals, and no criminal act should be on us by others. But what happened is this planet was conquered, and it is enslaved, the planet and the human race, for many millennia. And in the last 150 years, more or less, there was a density and very, very fierce intention to bring the human race into its end, in which the goal you can find in the plan of the controllers, which is 2030. They want to turn all of us into digital half robots, androids. We should become androids in their view. On the way, they would kill most of humanity and leave very few to serve them. Total slavery, and the diminishing and the end of the human race and its godly potential. Now, in the last 150 years, there were amount of crimes and depth of crimes that is unbelievable. They are very wise, and they do things in long term. They make us get used to being slaves more and more and more. Now we accept things that 50 years ago we would never accept ever. But now we accept paying tax, we accept being killed in wars that are not us, we accept to put masks and take injections that we clearly know that they're experimental or not good for us right now. No. The human being awakes slowly. Now, the awakening is part of the returning into the what is called PU, or the primal universe, if you term it in the Roberta Sparrow book, the philosophy of time trouble. If we try to understand, to unlock what is inside this movie, but there is a message, a very strong message that I got it now. And I woke up with it this morning, so I wanted to spit it out and say, but you see, what happens is that we are living in a TU, which is a parallel universe or parallel timeline for all the human race, because we live on a jail planet. We don't know what life is. I'm daring to say it. We don't know what life is. We don't know what true high feelings are, constant. We don't know what is bright thought and being genius from morning to evening, and waking up in the middle of the night with ideas, whether it's technology or music or any other idea that can promote development of everyone. Tesla was a very, very good example. You know, he invented things that could free humanity, and he was dry to death, stolen. Until this time, most of the people don't know who Tesla was. But now more and more people do. But this is not the point. The point is to understand what is the parallel or the parallel universe. Yes, the parallel universe that we live in. We are supposed, according to the controllers, the conquerors, the deceivers of the millennia, we need to come to the end in few years. In fact, what is happening is not so far from it right now, because most of humanity are still asleep completely to the fact that they are slaves. So they live in TU, okay, in parallel universe. But you see, the parallel universe, according to the insights and the principle that is written in the book, which is quite right, I must say. Parallel universe cannot hold for more than 2 or 3 weeks, right? So why can it hold for hundreds of years? In the book, it's also said in the movie, in the explanation, that no one knows why the fourth dimension is getting corrupted or got corrupted. But the fact that the fourth dimension was conquered, it's corrupted 24/7. This is where the controller sits. This is where they control the human race. Dimension 4. Or if you look at the ray of creation, you can see it in the shock between planets and sun. More or less that place, which is not a place, physical place, it's an energy place. It's a shifting between planetary and energies and higher energies that's to do with the universe, starting with the sun. So what I'm saying here that something corrupted, and she said it, Roberta Sparrow said it, yes, that something corrupted Dimension 4. Now we know who corrupted Dimension 4, and we know that it is very dense corrupted. And they keep it corrupted because they need to keep the TU. They need to keep the parallel universe active until the human race is dead or becoming robots. Robot integrated, okay? Android integrated, artificial intelligence. We can see it everywhere. Now the PU, people don't know what the PU looks like. The PU looks like something amazing beyond anyone's dreams. No crimes, no bad, only good. Because the bad is held away, held. Not allowed, okay? The veil that keeps good from bad was torn brutally many thousands of years ago. And it's now completely occupied by those who want to control the human race. Okay? So now, most of humanity, go with this parallel universe timeline. It's a timeline, basically. But we need to come back to the PU, but we don't know what is the primary PU universe is, which is the PU. We don't know. We only have glimpse. Those who still keep connection beyond the veil that is completely and absolutely corrupted and destroyed, most of it. Now it exists. It can heal itself immediately if those who control it will not be active anymore, and there is a fight. Now the point is that we are Donnie Darko. We are, every one of us. We need to keep finding a path to the PU and strengthen it all the time, because they strengthen the TU. So we need to, actually, if we want to have the PU again, which we lost since Lemuria and beginning of Atlantis times, we lost it. They destroyed. They came here and just blocked the planet, jailed it. We are slaves and we don't know it. Most of humanity don't know that they're slaves, and this is the problem. So, in order to bring the PU again, or to push the PU, to just destroy the TU, the parallel universe, and to stick to the PU again, we need to start saying no to all the elements that are to do with the TU. All the dark elements that we have in our life. We need to push good. We need to push away bad. We need to recognize what it is. What's this and what's that? We don't know. We're in a deep problem, you human race. Hello, human race. I'm talking to you. Most of the people don't know how to define between good and bad, lies and truth, deceiving and truth. They don't know they don't understand deceiving. They think the TV telling them the truth. Well, they know that they are lying, but they're still doing it. They strengthen the TU. You want to strengthen the PU? Close the TV, like I do, for 30 years. Start reading books. Go to material that is not in the mainstream. Try to pick up what life is, which is not how you live. Working for nothing. We are stolen. We are stolen from our life, from our money, from our energy, from our children, from everything that we have. And from this point, we have to do something in order to come to the PU. It's very difficult. Luckily enough, there are good in this universe, amazingly very powerful good, much, much greater than the bad, but it depends on us waking up to it. And there is a help to the human race. Because there's something on this aura of this planet that was opened in 2002. Completely open, not being open with no possibility to destroy it. It's like a portal from which universal stuff come here to heal the human race. Now many people that I know, they don't know about this portal, connected to it, because I see what happens with them. I can recognize it immediately. Because I was there when the portal was open. I didn't open it. I was part of the witnesses. One of them. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying that we live in a TU, parallel universe, that is danced by those who corrupted Dimension 4. But they are weakened. They are weakened because there is a fight there. They are weakened because the human race cry, those who realize, is getting up very, very fast. And there is a help, but it cannot be obtained by those who don't have any consciousness about where they live and the fact that they are slaves. So the fact that the TU held for many, many millennia is because someone took care to keep it there and to keep on destroying the human race bit by bit. destroying everything good that was happened. Go to look for Tartaria. No sign of it. Existed all over the earth. Amazing, amazing technology and beauty beyond dreams. They managed to wipe it out without even us notice it, brutally. Because they did it for 2 generations, and after the third generation, no one remembered Tartaria anymore. It's not in the maps, but it's in the ancient maps. Maps from 1917 or 1960 or the 16th century. You have everywhere Tartaria. Where are the maps? The knowledge was not dead. We need to look for it. We need to look for the hints and threads back into the PU, which is the real life, which is the primal universe, which is where we should live. So I know who corrupted. I know who is corrupting. Someone tried to tell us something in this movie. It's not completely science fiction. Yes, the story is a story, but there is truth in it, and you need to fish it, like I do, if you want, of course, if you choose to. So what we need to do, if we want to come back to the primal universe, we need to start believing in those things that are to do, belonging to the primal universe, like kindness, courage, charity, warmth of heart, working for the spirit, knowing it's with everyone, and wanting the good everywhere. And we need to defy the bad, what belongs with the bad, or to turn it upside down again, because we live in the TU is an inverse universe. Inverse. The TU is artificial. That's the artificial intelligence, guys. If you use artificial intelligence, use it for the PU, not for the TU. If you use money, use it for the PU, not for the TU, which is one of the most difficult. Don't be dependent upon it in your mind, in your emotion, whether you have it or not. Stuff like that. Do good things for others. Warm their heart. Don't worry about anything. Not about the past, not about the future. Live the moment as much as you can. Carpe diem, said. Yeah, carpe diem. People say it but don't know what it is. It's a constant flow with nothing with you until something is coming, and then there's something, then there's nothing. It's the total nothing, which is the total something. When you allow something to pass through, like a conduit, with no disruption. It takes years to build it in this TU, in this dirty, evil TU that was created for us. All right. So I guess it's more confusing than revealing, but for those who are acquainted with this book, they will listen to this, and I hope something got through, because we are part of it. We are Donnie Darko. And sometimes, guys, we need to sacrifice. We need to sacrifice our comfortability, sometimes our lives, knowing that it's not ending there. Not being miserable, being happy for what we have, because the PU is always what you have and you don't value. I repeat, the PU, or what belongs with the PU, or the primal universe, is what you have and you not value. Because people look only for what they don't have, but the TU is taking place. Go back home, find it. Sometimes it's a long way, and sometimes it's inside you. You need to only start, and miracles can happen to you, because the portal of the help of the universe is open. And it's a changing time. And we are very, very cardinal in this change. We are those who need to bring the PU again, like Donnie Darko. I hope this was at least interesting and not confusing. Have a good day. This is Mika Sarel from the Philippines.